Hello, good morning, my hearts. Right, today we are going to, I have that, wonderful. We are going to do a live interactive healing session. Alrighty, now the wonderful individual who is going to be receiving this healing is, of course, Dennis. Now we are, of course, going to be waiting for Dennis to join us and everybody else here. Hello, Jen, my sweetheart. Welcome. Now, in today's healing, we are going to be doing a couple of different things. We are going to be doing not only physical healing on the body, but we are going to be doing some mental healing as well, and going through a little bit of a reading and sorting out a few issues as well. So we are just going to be waiting for Dennis to join us so we can get this show on the boat. Hello, Michelle, my sweetheart. Hello, my love. Now, it is an early morning session, so I know we all may be a little bit groggy if you are within the Eastern time zone. If you are in other places of the world, that is wonderful. I hope we are all just ready to go. Now, what I would love for you guys to do, if you are planning on joining in on this interactive live healing and you would like to feel, hello, Susan, my sweetheart. If you would like to feel everything that I am doing during this healing. If you are empathic, if you are sentient, you will enjoy this, I'm sure, the whole feelings to it. Now, I do have to, of course, put in a disclaimer there. If you are currently hurting at the moment, so if you are going through illness, if you are going through discomfort, if you already have migraines or headaches, you may not want to do this session, because as we are doing healing, one of the things with distance energy manipulation and Horriance healing is that we feel the pain of the individual, and then we of course work it through and we get it going. Michelle, so nice to see you, beautiful. It's so nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. So let's have a look here. Yes, okay, sorry. I'm just getting hold of Dennis, and we are going to hopefully get him up and running here. Right, sorry. 1 second. I'm just bringing our patient to us. Okay. If you would like to join us. Let's get this show on the boat. Okay, so we are still just waiting. Right, Ali, my sweetheart, welcome, welcome, thank you. I love the love, and I wish you a fantastic day, as well as I wish everybody a fantastic day. So Dennis is just coming to join us, but as you are here, if you are interacting with me today, we will just explain the process as to what will be happening. So first thing I want you to do is make sure you are removing any jewelry, so any earrings, any nose rings, studs, bracelets, bangles, necklaces, anklets, anything like that. Let's get all of the metal removed from your body. Okay, this is going to be imperative when you are learning, especially because we do not want the metal, the frequency of the metal, to interfere with the frequency and the vibration of your body. Okay, and because metal can really start to mess things up. So again, for those of you who have just joined us, and if you are choosing to interact with us today on this live healing session, please remove your jewelry. We don't want any metals to interfere with our connection. Now, if you are, again, if you do want to connect, I will be with you as you are connecting with me today. Okay, so you don't have to say anything online or on the chat here. However, if you just say out loud where you are right in this moment, if you can just say, Kulipup, I would like to join in on this live interactive lesson, or just say my name and just be like, Kulipup, I'm here, I want to do the lesson, anything like that, my energy will hear this, and what's going to happen is a little mini light me is going to come, and I'm going to touch your shoulder, okay? So as I'm touching your shoulder, my power will be your power at that time. Wonderful. Dennis, you are here. Thank you. Dennis is our patient for today. So we are going to be doing this healing on Dennis at the moment. Now, Dennis, you have mentioned that you have not been sick in 15 years. So you're probably like, why do I even need to do this? Well, we all do healing. All right. If negativity is happening in our life, it is always to our minds and our bodies. Okay. So the healthier our bodies are, the more it repels negativity. And that comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes, whether that be negativity in terms of viruses and things that are around, although your body seems to be nice and strong for that one, but also of the mind and natural law of attraction and all that good stuff, right? So we want to get those out. Now, if you are a healer yourself and you are aware and knowledgeable of your healing capabilities and what it is you are doing as an empath and everything, and you are trying to just touch up on these skills, I recommend that you do get a notepad or something that you can record some notes. So, Dennis, my sweetheart, what I would like you to do in this moment, I want you to get nice and comfortable. Every time we are doing healing, and this is for the students that are out there, whenever you are doing healing, you want to ensure that your patient is still, is in a comfortable position where they are lying down or seated. Either way, we don't want your patient to move, because when we are doing healing, just like if you go to a hospital and a doctor's working on you, they don't want you to squirm around, right? Because that definitely does not help the process. So step number one, ensure that your patient is in a calm, seated position or laying down somewhere where they are comfortable and where they are not going to be disturbed as well. So that's going to be very important. Now, I have already asked Dennis to remove any metals or jewelries from his body, from his vessel. So we don't want any metal touching the skin. All right. The reason why, again, we do this is because metal, such as jewelries, necklaces, bangles, any sort of metals, will literally interfere with the vibrational frequency. Okay. And when we are doing this healing, hi, Casey. Thank you very much for joining us. It's lovely to see you. Sorry, Casey was mentioning to me that, like, oh, healing, and so I invited him to join and watch. So I'm very happy that you're here. Welcome, my sweetheart, and welcome everybody. Now, okay, so our jewelry is removed because we don't want our frequencies interfered. We want to be as natural as we can, or as natural as the way we came out of our mother's wombs, so that our frequency stays nice and fresh. Again, this is how we accelerate healing as well. When there's nothing on us, this is literally how our energy can accelerate. Now, also, what we want to ensure is, I want you guys to always ensure that you are in tune with your body. Get some water, okay, as well. If you are dehydrated, it is much more difficult to feel your vibrational frequency. It's much more difficult to feel the healing that we are trying to do as well, because again, frequencies vibrate very well through water. So ensure that you are hydrated, and I'm going to do this now too. Okay. Also, I want to remind everybody that if you are currently going through sickness or illness yourself, or if you are feeling pain in yourself, you may not want to interact with this live, because we are going to be all feeling anything that is within the vessel of Dennis at the moment, okay? So if we are finding any pain or negativity anywhere, you are going to feel either pressure or heaviness on your chest or wherever the pain is. Sometimes that can be, depending on how severe that pain is, it can be a little bit burning. Now, as I go through the Horriance accelerated healing process, my energy is going to be flooded on those areas. And when we are doing that, you may also, again, feel a very intense, heat as well. Okay, so at any point, if this becomes too much for you, please just disconnect. Step away and just be like, okay, I got to get the tingles off. I got to get this off. and please proceed forward. Now, if you are feeling a lot of pressure on your chest as we are doing this, what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand, and if it gets a little bit too much, I want you to take your right hand and I want you to hover it above your chest, okay? And I want you to go in a counterclockwise motion. You can go clockwise too. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. But either way, I want you to rub your chest, okay? Because what I'm going to do is the little hand that is on your shoulder, that is my hand, is literally going to transfer my Horriance energy over to your hand, and then we're going to soothe the area for you, okay? Or wherever it is, right? So please bear that in mind as we are doing it. Okay, so Dennis, if you could be ever so kind and just give me a confirmation that you are ready, or if you would like to come on the live video as well, just let me know, and we'll get this started. So, hello everybody. I am simply just going to close my blinds a little bit here because it's a little bright. 1 second. Not that I don't mind brightness or anything like that, but it's just I want everybody to see properly. Okay, so Dennis, I'm just going to wait for you to just give me the confirmation that we're ready, and then we will start. Now, everybody, I hope that you have removed all the jewelry and we are ready. Now, for my trainee individuals as well, it will be very, very beneficial if you have nothing on your feet, okay? Again, it's going to help with you feeling the vibration. So I'm going to be barefoot. I'm going to be sitting on this one. Excellent. Dennis is ready. Brilliant, my heart. Okay, so we are going to be nice and free and we are clear. So I hope everybody's ready. Now, I'm going to be making notes as to what I'm doing. Dennis, how this is going to work. Now, as you are doing, Charles, you've got copper metal. Yes, please remove any metals. It does not matter if it is gold, silver, platinum, copper, iron. It doesn't matter. Please remove all metals from you. Gina, you say, oh no, I'm at work. That's fine. That's fine, Gina, sweetheart. Don't even worry about it. If you just want to listen, that's okay. Charles, copper is not okay. I would like you to remove all metals that you possibly can, please. Alrighty, so the next little bit is for Dennis. So Dennis, what is going to be happening today? Oh, Dennis, you say, I can relax and hold my phone, but I'm here and ready. Okay, wonderful. What I want you to do, Dennis, is I want you to make sure that you're not touching your phone, though. Okay, so Charles, you can have crystals around you if you like, but I don't want you to be touching anything. We do not want any interference. Susan, you say, can I have feet in the sand? Yes, you can have feet in the sand. That's okay. That should be just, well, it's better if you don't. Don't get me wrong. It's better if you don't. However, Susan, you are incredibly in tune with your empathy and sentience. So you may or may not feel it as intensely. So just pop that on there. Charles, a chakra bracelet. Yes, please remove that, Charles, because all of the frequencies of the different stones that you have in there can also interfere, okay? Or even if it is just one stone, it is going to interfere with the vibration. So we want to be as clean as the day we were born, all right? Nothing on you. Alrighty. So, yes, so Dennis, if you can place your phone on the side or on the counter or anywhere that you can, just so you can hear my instruction, but you don't need to see me. Okay. Charles, no earbuds from the sound of it. You can have earbuds in because there's no metal, unless they are metal earbuds, right? If they are plastic or they have the silicone, then that's absolutely fine, okay? Because once they're in, we are concentrating more on our feelings, right? So you can listen to my voice and still feel. Hello, Shivanji. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're connecting with us today, sweetheart. Okay, so Dennis, you've got your phone hopefully on the side there. So this is what I'm going to be doing, all right? Now, for all of those of you who are watching, if you have decided to connect, I just want you to say, hey, Kulipup, I want to connect. And then there will be an immediate little white, well, not little, but there'll be like me literally in white light standing next to you. And I'm going to place my hand on your shoulder, okay? So again, if you want to disconnect, all you got to do is say, I want out, all right, if the sensations and the feelings are too much. So this is what we are going to be doing. And again, for my healers in training, please, by all means, make notes on this. So the first thing that we are going to be doing with Horriance, and this is for you as well, Dennis, I will be astral projecting over to you in just a moment. Now, I am also going to be bringing a couple of individuals with me as I am there. I am going to be bringing my absolutely fabulous Lucaust. Lupe is also going to come with us too. Okay, Lucaust smells like peaches and cream there, Dennis. So if you get a lovely sweet scent of peaches and cream, you will be smelling Lucaust, who will be on your... I'm going to be on your left, and Lucaust will be on your right. Lupe smells like peppermint, okay? So you may get a taste of peppermint or like a spearmint. It's a sweet spearmint, so forth. So you may get a smell of spearmint and a taste of peppermint. Now, Lupe is absolutely fabulous when it comes to really throwing in the empathy. So if your heart seems to be hurting a little bit too much during this time, Lupe is going to come in there and kind of just calm it down. And I am going to be focusing on accelerated healing in terms of anything I see or feel within your vessel. Okay, so what's going to happen, all right? What I want you to imagine is I am going to be connecting to you. So my physical body is basically going to become, in terms of energy, your body. So everything I'm doing on you, I'm going to be demonstrating on myself, and we're all going to be feeling it together. Okay? Now, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to create a very, very large piece of light that is approximately 2 to 3 inches thick. Now, this is me compacting my energy between my hands, and it's going to be like a slab of light, basically, and we're going to pass it through your body slowly. We are going to start from the crown of your head here, Dennis, and we are going to make our way down through your body, okay? As I am doing this, I am going to be guiding you as to what you're feeling. If I feel that you have a concentrated amount of energy or negative energy anywhere, I will warn you and say, hey, you're going to start to feel a little pressure or heaviness or maybe a little pinch or something in this area. Okay, so I will warn you. You may also start to feel a lot of tingles in your forehead or pressure in your forehead between your ears. You also may start to feel surges of energy coming up the back right-hand side of your brain, or the back of your head. Okay, that is your energy and your kundalini, your chi, if you'd like to say, filtering up and proceeding to your pineal gland for healing also. So if, Dennis, if for any reason or at any moment, if you find that you are uncomfortable and you would like to pause, please simply get up and let me know, okay? That's all I need, and we can stop that. However, just know that I am with you. Anything you are feeling is because we are going through the healing process, of course, and I got you, okay? Nothing bad is going to happen to you today. If anything, it is just, everything is going to be cool. So I just don't want you to be like, holy crap, I'm freaking out. What the hell is happening to my body? It's because I'm doing it there, okay? So that's what we're going to do. For everybody who is commenting, I love you so much. I'm going to have to read your comments as we are going through. But please, whilst we are going through this process, let me know how you are feeling. Tell me what you are feeling. This is an educational video as well as healing. So as we are passing through, comment on what you are feeling. Okay? Let's all communicate together so we can understand this process. Right. Now, Dennis, my sweetheart, I am going to start in just a moment, and I'm going to be guiding you through this. I'm going to be typing up what I feel and the diagnosis that is going through. So I'm using Horriance, I'm using Empathy, I am using Sentience as well, and of course I'm using clairvoyancy with my visual astral projection. And my cognizance is going to filter through the diagnosis as to what is the acute problems that I am finding, if I do find any. We are going to be going through what I find in the ethereal So on a spiritual kind of level, so, you know, if we have any subconscious entity, implants, programs, anything like that that is inside your vessel in the ethereal, and we will, of course, be going through what we find in the physical body as well and see where we can, of course, get everything to match up. So, right, let us connect. If you haven't already said, Kulipup, I'm ready to do this, say so now so I can touch you on the shoulder. So let's get this cracking. Alrighty. I'm going to be in focus myself, okay? Dennis, I've died twice, so I'm okay with you. Awesome. Wonderful. I love it. A man without fear. That is beautiful, right? Because fear is horrible. So let's get this cracking then, my dear. All right, so Dennis, if you can put your phone down, and I want you to get nice and relaxed, and I want you not to move. I am going to astral project over to you now. Okay. So let us all connect. Wonderful. Glad everybody's ready. Okay. You may see me literally shake my head back from left to right every now and then. Don't worry about that. I'll explain that in another video. All right, we are all there with you. Now, Dennis, we have Luke Halstis to your left. Lupe is above your head. Yes, I know you may be next to a wall, but don't worry, he is there. And I am to your right. Okay, so everybody who is connected, we are now going to make our wall of light, and we are going to do our initial scan. Dennis, we are going to start from the crown of your head, and we're going to do one pass through, finding the diagnosis and going from your crown to the tips of your toes. Then we are going to reverse the process with a larger amount of Horriance light going from the toes, coming back to the crown. Right, if you need to breathe in or out, if you feel heaviness, please do so. But if you are going to be doing this, I want you to inhale deeply through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Okay, and we're going to expel it. Alrighty. If I feel that you need to do some breathing exercises, I will tell you at that point. So let's get this show on the boat. Alrighty. So let's do this. So we've got our light, because remember, I am mimicking Dennis's body right now, so we can all start feeling this. For my healers in training, make sure you are nice and relaxed. Okay? Now, if you want to do this action with me, if you want to raise your hands above your head, you may start to feel a heat between your hands, okay? Your hands may start to get a little bit warm. Okay, so we are going to start, and we are going to start now on the crown. I know. Dennis, you may start to feel a little bit of slight pressure in your throat. Only ever so slightly. Or like your jaw is being forced down in a way. You may not feel anything at all, also. Yeah, I feel that too. Okay, I've just gotten to about your chin level. I'm gonna go back up again. Ha! Yeah, I could try. Where is it located, Lucas? Okay, so we have a little bit of interference. What's happening at the moment? Shit. You have your entities, my sweetheart. They are trying to, they want to fight me. So, Luke House, I'm going to ask Luke House, the wonderful Luke House, to bind them, please. Right? Oh, gosh. They are bound, so they should not interfere. You may start to feel a little hot. Okay. Alright, Dennis, we are now going down over your shoulders. Oh, okay. We're going to start to feel a little bit of heaviness. Yes, Susan, very mixed emotions. You're absolutely right in the head. That is the conscious entity that was basically next to Dennis's door that was standing there. We are coming to our shoulders. Okay, so this is going to be the warning for anybody that is out there, because we are going to get down to the heart. Dennis, your heart is full of a lot of negative emotions, as we can imagine. Now, before I move my light any further down, again, please be aware that you are going to feel some heaviness on this, all right? So if you are not prepared for the weight of this, then please disconnect right now, okay? So we're going to be going down. Tell me what you guys feel. Dennis, if you need to breathe out right now, please do so. Very heavy, right? Okay. Now we're finding lots in the ethereal, but I'm gonna go. We've passed the heart. We're gonna go down the waist, the torso area. We're gonna check out what our guts and our intestines and how everything's going. Ooh, what is this? Okay. Right, we're passing through the thighs, going down. I want you to tell me what you felt. Tell me what you felt. Virgin, you say lots of pressure, tightness. Yes, pain up your neck, Susan. Yep. Okay. Okay, we're currently going down the calves. Alright, we may start to feel a little heaviness during or next to our feet. Okay, what am I seeing here? Okay. Alright there. Dennis, I'm just going to take just a moment. I have to write down what it is I found in the initial scan. Pain, left side of the stomach. Right, okay. So hot going down. Yeah, there was a lot of heat there. Okay, so let's have a look here. Dennis, we are going to travel back up your feet very shortly. I just have to have a look and see my diagnosis here. So, for the physical, starting from the crown, okay, and don't worry, I'm going to type for a second, but then we are going to go through what it is we're finding. So one moment there, you guys. Okay, so starting from the crown, we have major circulation. about the physical? Physically. Okay, so we're looking there on the chest, but that is not too terrible. So let's go down. What were we looking at the stomach? On the left there is a small tendon. What are we looking at? There's this. Okay, let's just check your stomach again. Muscle, okay. Okay, so that's easy. Yoga, okay. There is a, what are we looking at here? There is a small fracture. Yes. Right up in the upper right-hand side of the thigh. There is a small fracture. Micro to the bone. Not to the bone, to the ligament. The main ligament. Oh. Ligament. It's not the tibia. No. Okay. Alright, that's going to be very easy. Legs, that's okay. Okay, so that's what we got on the physical. Alrighty. So, Susan, you say, yes, I feel something in the stomach. Avatar, I love to be in touch for life, of course. Right. So, Dennis, I've just done what I could on the physical. So now what I'm going to do, everybody, if you are still with me, we are going to now make a very thick, approximately about a foot worth of very, very, very bright Horriance light energy, because we are going to now do a very, very quick express healing. So what I found there on the physical there, Dennis, you're absolutely right. Your body is pretty much in decent shape. What I did find, though, was in your head, in your mind, you have connections that are disconnected and other connections that should not be there. It is on a physical basis. However, we are going to fix that with our light. We are going to disconnect some of those negative connections and reestablish the positive ones, because your mind and your heart are currently missing the connection within your right prefrontal cortex. So up here, you are missing certain connections that literally connect the feelings of your heart to your mind, right? So we are going to be healing those. Going down, your neck has no issues from what I can feel. It was just the negative energy that was being pushed and pulled through there that we were feeling. Your heart is pumping blood really nice. Your arteries, though, could use a little bit of a tune-up. They do have a little bit of blockage here and there from past food consumptions. You know, if we didn't always eat the healthiest in the past, we do have a little bit of blockage there. So we're going to start to, of course, get that out. The stomach on the left side, there's a small tear in your muscle that is easily fixed. We just need to do a little bit more yoga to, of course, stop this from happening. Angelique, I'm feeling very cold. I think that's me, though. That is Angelique. Yes, that is you, my sweetheart. Wait a second. It is you. However, it is part of your ability, though. So pay attention to that feeling, my sweetheart. Okay, so, but again, the blockages in the arteries are minor, so we are going to be able to get those out in just a second. So yes, sorry, stomach on the left-hand side, there is a small tear in your muscle, but again, that's easily fixed. Your groin area is fine. However, the right-hand upper part of your thigh, there is a small, there is a tear in your ligament up there, and we are going to, again, heal and repair that, but I can feel it's one of those annoying niggly pains, so I'm just like, okay, I'm totally going to get that up. However, so on the physical, there is just those minor things. However, on the ethereal level, if we are looking at healing on the ethereal, your heart is full. Your heart is full of confusion, negativity, just not very good things. So that's where we were feeling a lot of pressure there. That is associated with your mind as well. So this is why we have a lot of, just a lot of confusion, and it's foggy and it's clouded and it's really not nice. So we are going to literally get that sorted too. So, Dennis, if you are still nice and comfortable, we are going to start again from the bottom of your feet, and we are going to go right back up, and we are going to start repairing the physical issues, and we're going to start to clear out some of the negativity. Okay, so on the ethereal level, I am going to be focusing around your heart, and we're going to be focusing around your mind. When I get to your heart and we start focusing on there, you may start to feel a little bit of sensation. Okay, it may feel like a little bit of a burning sensation. Virgin, madness in the heart. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. So what we are going to do is we're going to try to remove a lot of the weight that is in your heart right now, and also remove the fogginess in the mind. And then, of course, our reading afterwards is going to help to stop that from coming back at the same time. So, everybody, if we are going to start, let's get back into our, of course, our positions, get nice and comfortable, and we're going to work from our feet, and we're going to go up. Okay, so we are starting, again, this is a much thicker part of this Horriance. Okay, we're getting up to the knees now. Alright, we're getting up to your right hand thigh. Okay, you may start to feel a little something. That's okay. We're going to hover here for a moment. Alright, now for my healers in training, when we are doing healing such as this, and when you have found an issue that requires healing, what we're going to do is we are going to focus on that issue, and we are going to just concentrate. So now I've already kind of done it, and because it's a minor tear, what we're going to feel is maybe a little pinch in the thigh, but we know it's completed when the pain starts to lessen on our vessels. Okay, just going up on that thigh a little bit there. Now for myself, what I am feeling is I'm feeling a pinch in the right hand side of my thigh, my upper thigh. And we are just going to hold. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to place it on my thigh because I am mimicking, of course, Dennis's energy here. So my hand, astral projected, it is over on Dennis's thigh on the area. So what I am doing in this moment is I'm literally focusing my light on this area to accelerate it even more. It still needs just a second. It is complete in approximately 5 seconds. 2, 1. And we're completed. Okay. Now, we're going to start moving up. The tissues have been repaired. They are fresh, so they're going to need a little bit of time. Ah, there we go. Dennis, yeah, tingling in your legs from being electrocuted and carry your stress in the left side of your gut. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to get that there. So that is no doubt what I'm feeling is literally just the scar tissue from there that hasn't healed in the best way. Okay, so thank you very much, Dennis. Please put your phone down. Okay, so we're going to go back up through the gut and we're going to focus our attention on the stomach area. Ah, yep, right here. Oh. You may feel a little something in your back, like the left, like around your kidney as well. So just bear that in mind. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We've got our light traveling up, and we are now basically from here downwards. We have accelerated light over Dennis's torso. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally place my hands over the area that I'm feeling the pain, and we're going to accelerate this more. Okay, so we're going to focus. Now, how am I doing this? What exactly am I doing when I'm doing this Horriance? Well, the energy that is generated from my heart, which is my energy, I am focusing it on the feeling of it traveling down my arms and coming into my hand. Now, if you are a clairvoyant individual, what you may find or what you may see is that literally you have a very, very, very hot or bright light shining from my hand. Okay, or you may see it when you go into the ethereal. And this is literally pure love energy that is going in and accelerating everything. It basically, love energy self-organizes. So the more you compact, the faster the acceleration or the organization. And when I'm placing that around Dennis's torso and his midsection, it just means that any healing that needs to be done is getting a massive amount of accelerated energy that is literally healing things on a very quick basis. Okay. For those of you who are just joining us, if you would like to interact, please remove any jewelry or metals that you have on your body and just say out loud wherever you are sitting, Kulipup, I want to join in on this. And then you will feel a little bit of a surge of energy. Just remove your jewelry and be calm and just feel what your body's feeling. Okay. That healing is complete there. All right. Okay, so now we are going to go up. So we've got our light coming up and we're traveling to the heart area. Dennis, this hurts. Oh, it hurts so much. I want to take this all away for you, my sweetheart. Okay, so this is what I want us to imagine at the moment, or what you can visualize, is that Dennis's entire body is now flooded, right? Flooded with light from his chin going all the way down to the tips of his toes, like he's in a little light box that is white. Okay. And Angelique, you say, wow, I totally warmed up. Yeah, right? Energy is hot. So, we are around your heart area now. If this part gets a little bit painful for anybody, please disconnect. You don't need to feel it if it's painful for you. Okay. Alrighty. The best way for me to do this right now is to do a siphon, a reverse siphon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to perform a ward, which is going to be a reverse siphon for negative energy, okay? I'm going to stand up for this, and I'm going to be with you there, Dennis, and you may start to feel a sucking sensation coming out of your chest or your body in general, okay? So, if you would like to do this, healers in training with me, please, if you would like to do this with me now. I am going to stand up, okay? We are going to place our arms in an L, and we are going to place them side by side in this such manner, okay? One on top of the other, sorry, one on top of the other, okay? And we are going to do a reverse siphon, so this action will literally suck out negative energy from your body. We are going to start with our back straight. Dennis, again, you may start to feel some stuff, however, you are basking in my light right now, so let's see what we can do. All right. So we are simply going to go around, up, and a down. And I'm going to do this a little faster. This may seem a little silly, I know. But all these cool moves that you see in Aang, the Last Airbender, you know, when he's waterbending, airbending, and so forth, all of these moves channel and direct your energy. And right now, this one is literally, whoa, sorry, Sentience, sucking everything out. Okay, we got to the top, and we're going to close off like this. So we've stopped it. All right, let's see where we're at here now. Excellent, excellent. So we were getting a lot of that blockage out there. And now the siphon, basically it's like a reverse cyclone, right? It's sucking everything out. So what I'm doing now with my hands is I'm just easing that out, easing it out. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I don't take pain very well. My body does not adapt to pain very well. So whenever I'm doing these healings, you're right, I'm just like, oh, goodness, let's get this pain going. Let's get it out. His heart has been cleansed. Okay, excellent. Okay, what I want you to do is if you interacted with me on that, and you're still feeling anything, I want you to take your right hand and we are literally just going to make a circular motion around our chest, okay? Just to get that feeling, kind of just feeling a little bit better. Now, the heart is still going to be producing some negative energy at the moment, but we at least cleared away the mad amount of blockage that was going in there. Dennis, you say stomach cramped, I can't breathe. Okay, my sweetheart, I want you to breathe out. So with me at the moment, I want you to inhale strongly, fill up your lungs as much as you can. And then exhale. Let everything out of your chest to the very last breath that you can do this. And we're going to repeat this a couple of times. So inhale as much as you can, fill it up. Exhale through your mouth. Get everything out. Please do this a couple of times. Excellent. Please do this a couple of times. Like I said, my sweetheart, it's very heavy on your chest, this negativity. So as we're removing it, you start feeling it, right? Okay. Angelique, you said, I felt ache in my chest and heart area. Yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. Dennis, give me an update. How are you feeling at the moment, sweetheart? I'll await your response. If you would like, you're feeling better. Okay, excellent, excellent. At any point, my love, if you want to disconnect from this healing, all you got to do is say so. Okay, and we'll stop everything and we can redo that in a minute. Okay. Now, I'm going to let my light travel up again because we were just at your chin all the way down. So we're going to go right back up and I'm going to flood your head, okay? So at this point, you may start to feel a little bit of pressure on your head. All right. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get a little bit more clarity coming to you. Okay, good, Dennis. Thank you. I'm happy you're still with us. Happy you're still with us. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is your entire head is bathed in my light, but I'm going to be doing some connections. And I love you for not being a quitter, Dennis, because healing, it sucks, but it's wonderfully beneficial afterwards. Wonderfully beneficial. So we're going to get up to your head now, or we are in your head at the moment, and I'm going to now be disconnecting the negative connections that are in there, and I'm now going to start reconnecting some positive connections. Okay, so the negative connections, what do I mean by negative connections? I mean just, you know, when you're on a repeat loop cycle of negative thinking, and it doesn't matter what it is, it just kind of pops into your head. It is because you have these connections. So I'm severing those connections so that the thoughts don't come to you as easily. Okay, and we're going to get a little bit more mental clarity. So as you are with me, all right, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing my right hand right on your forehead, okay? So my hand is on your forehead. And for my trainee healers who are with me today, what I want you to do is I want you to repeat the following words with me, okay? And you're probably going to start feeling a little bit nicer in a second too, okay? I am you, you are me, I am well, I am healed. I am you, you are me, I am well, I am healed. I am you, you are me, I am well, I am healed. I am you, you are me, I am well, I am healed. I am you, you are me, I am well, I am healed. If you feel like you need to breathe out right now, please do so, Dennis. Inhale and exhale. I am you, you are me, I am well, I am healed. And now we're going to switch it. My mind is clear, my mind is free. 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 Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit of circular energy over my over Dennis's forehead here. Okay. Now, what do we have here in the crown? There is negative energy that is seeping up and coming out. So what we are going to do is we are going to basically just take it off. So let's take our energy and our light and let's just kind of scrape that off. Okay, we'll throw it over there. For now, it'll burn off as it touches the light, so that's okay. Alright. And I'm just going to get my light again. And we're already bathed in it, but I'm going to be doing, again, a little bit more acceleration to kind of scoop out any of the residual negative crap that was in there. Oh, gosh. Okay. Right. Sorry, I know it looks weird because I'm just sitting here going like this, but I am actually doing something, I promise you. So, Virgin, you say, felt hot on the forehead. Yep. Tingling on my head. It's a nice feeling to me. Yeah. No, it is. We should feel a little bit more clarity now, a little bit more fresher, like, we've just woken up. I feel really nice now. Right? So this is what we're aiming for. Okay. Let's get those connections put back in. Luke House, my sweetheart, what are we seeing here in terms of connections? His prefrontal cortex is healed. There are a few connections that we still need to get done. However, they are sorting themselves out as we speak. His Horriance should now activate very well. Oh, excellent. Oh, Dennis, this is wonderful. As we are healing you, your Horriance is also going to be very start to activate too. Whatever you're doing has drained my phone to spare batteries in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, sorry. It's a lot of energy. It's a really big surge, right? Yeah, Susan, so much clearer. So I'm sorry, don't worry, Dennis, we are almost done. And what we're going to do is, if I lose you for any reason, I will still continue on with your reading. And so you can watch this a little bit later for that, and I'll make sure I make some notes for you too. Okay. We are going to be complete in 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Okay, so your connections are there. Let's wash away our light there. All right. Okay, so we should all feel really, really nice now. Or just a little bit fresher, a little bit like, that's feeling much better. Alrighty, so what we're going to do now, though, is we are going to work out a little bit of aftercare instructions. Dennis, this is what I definitely want you to do. Whenever we are doing distance energy healing or manipulation, there are definitely aftercare instructions, okay? Because all of the healing that we just did, we don't want it to come back. All right, we don't want you to be unwell again. We want you to continue with this feeling, with this clarity, to move on and move forward. So what I'm going to advise for you is to help stretch out your legs, and also your stomach area, and I want to get your back going too. Okay, I want your back to start feeling a little bit better. Virgin, you feel lighter. Excellent. I know, right? It's nice when the healing part's done. So Dennis, what I want you to do is you are going to need to do a little bit of yoga. Okay, we have to get your limbs and everything stretched out. Otherwise, as they heal, they will want to become tight again, and we don't want that. So it's healed. We are slowly going to now start to get this out. So what we're going to do is yoga, and I want you to complete a minimum of 10 minutes per day. You can do 5 minutes in the 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. That's absolutely fine, but there's going to be a few poses that I want you to do. Virgin, lots of love for Dennis. Oh, all the love for Dennis. All the love for you, Dennis. You are going to feel surges of energy for the next few days. Your recovery time is going to be 4 days. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that for the next 4 days, you are resting. Okay? Just rest. If you feel tired, simply sleep or sit down. Do not overexert yourself. Do not push yourself on this, okay? Because this is true and real healing, and your body will react, all right, if you overexert it. Okay, so for the next 4 days, 10 minutes of yoga per day, what I'm going to want you to do is I need you to stretch out your limbs and your back and your stomach. So what we are going to do is we are going to do at least three forward folds, okay? So we are going to stand straight up, and we are going to go all the way down, and we are going to touch, well, if you can, touch the floor, but you are literally going as far down as you can. If you cannot go this far, that's fine. If you can only make it down to right here, that's okay too, right? But I want you to go all the way down. Now, I also want you to do a halfway lift, which is this one here. Nice straight back, okay? And we're keeping our head nice and straight, and you're just going to sit here for a breath. Then you're going to go back down to a forward fold, and then you're going to rise up into your mountain pose, okay? So I want you to do at least 3 of these forward folds and 4 halfway lifts, all right? Now also to stretch out your side as well, what I'm going to want you to do is this pose. We're going to do a side stretch. So you're going to bring your arms right nice and up, but you're going to roll your shoulders down because we don't want tense shoulders, okay, just like this. And you're going to grab your side, and you're going to place, well, if I'm grabbing my left wrist, then I'm going to start to dive to the right, but I'm placing my weight on my left over here. So we're just going to stretch just like this, kind of making a little bit of a C. Come up here to the top, of course, and we're going to do it the other way. Okay? Again, placing my my weight in the opposite leg. I want you to do at least 2 of those. All right? 2 of those each time. that is the only yoga that I'm going to ask you to do. It's very, very gentle, but just for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. I want you to complete those poses so that our body is remaining stretched out. Okay, so that is 10 minutes per day. So 3 forward folds, 4 halfway lifts, and 2 side stretches on each side. Okay, you're going to start to feel great. Now, as you start to feel all of the benefits of your energy being distributed, if you would like to do a little bit of extra yoga, I totally recommend this, okay? So don't be shy if you feel you need it. Sorry, 1 second, I'm just going to close these. I'm seeing far too much light. That is disturbing that. Okay, so that is what we want to do there. Alrighty. What I'm going to suggest as well is for your diet, I want you to stick with dark leafy greens, okay? I want you to intake a few more of those. I want you to eat at least one cup of dark leafy greens. You can use chard, spinach, what else do we got? Kale. I hate kale. You can use kale though. If you do not have the dark leafy greens, I want you to replace that with cabbage. Don't worry, Dennis, I will totally make you all of the instructions. I'm writing them up for you as well. If your phone dies, don't worry, I'm going to save this video too. So if you do need more, if you're like, crap, I want to listen to that one more time, don't worry, we'll totally get that there. So yes, if you can't stay with us right now, that is okay, because you will have access to this video later. But I'm sorry I drained your phone battery though. Sorry, it kind of happens. Okay, so, or we're going to go for cabbage. All right, so for my healers in training, why are we asking for dark leafy greens? Well, it is because Dennis needs extra minerals right now. He needs the extra minerals to give him that boost to help with the healing. So dark leafy greens are wonderful. We want to refrain from any alcohol. So no alcohol or, I will say recreational pill form drugs. Not that I think that you are using those. I'm just, hey, everybody does whatever they want to do in their spare time. I'm just letting you know that any sort of alcohol or pills kinds of things are not going to be really beneficial for you. If you are looking for, hey, Dennis, I'm just saying those ones. However, if you want to use natural herbs and plants that can help you, such as cannabis or psilocybin mushrooms, if you'd like to try some of those out, or those kinds of things, that's fine. I do use medical cannabis. Dennis, wonderful. If you are in pain over the next 4 days or so, Charles, hemp is wonderful too, right? The cannabis literally will help to interact with your existing cannabinoid system that you have there, which promotes healing, promotes clarity in your mind. So that is going to be a wonderful addition to your diet. If you would like to vaporize it or smoke it, that's wonderful. However, if you do not want to have the high feeling or effect, then I definitely recommend that you eat it. Okay, even if you are growing a small plant yourself and you just take the leaves off for salad, okay, or wherever you can. The antioxidants within this, the boost to the immune system is absolutely fantastically amazing, so I do recommend it. I don't take pharmaceutical, not even Tylenol. Wonderful. Yeah, any of that, any man-made crap is just horrible. We'll stick it to the stick it to them and they can go screw themselves, and we just want to stay as natural as we can. Charles, will it open doors to darkness if I'm not careful? No, not at all. Not at all. Cannabis in itself, when you are using it in its natural form, literally will either bring you up or balance you out. So what I want you to do though, Dennis, is if you are in pain over the next couple of days, because again, after this after effect in the healing, you are going to still have surges of my energy that is still being pumped through you during the aftercare. right? It's going to be really high. So you are going to start to feel a little bit more tired. Just the same way that it's kind of like, you know how people train to run a marathon? But it's kind of like you just waking up going, oh, I just ran a marathon. And it's like, oh, I'm tired, right? So you are going to be a little bit tired. Charles, cannabis literally helps to balance you out, okay? It doesn't open you up to anything dark, but you do have to understand what it is you are using, all right? So sativa is what I am going to suggest for you, Dennis, a sativa cannabis, because if you are doing this during the day, it will lift you up or bring you down, but either way you will find some balance. And you'll find you'll still get the healing, but without the grogginess, right? Indica is only to be used at nighttime, only at night, okay? So just before you go to bed, you don't want to be smoking an indica during the day. It will make you groggy. It does make you more susceptible to kratom for pain. Yes, if you feel that that is what you would like to use at the moment, then please do. Please do so. Just don't go overboard on anything in that sense. So I definitely recommend just keeping it as natural as you can, basically. So indica at night. Just for anybody else that is out there, the reason I mention indica only for night, because if we are looking at the spectrum of cannabis, right? A sativa is literally meant to balance you out during the day. So you are still functional, you are still uplifted, and you're just like, yeah, you still have energy. So sativa is for continual everyday use. Indica, it should only and ever be used when you are in pain. So you use indica like you use a Tylenol, because it's literally meant to knock you out, put you to sleep, so your body can heal. All right, so if you are in immediate pain. So that's what I want you to do. Dennis, you say, I'm using it now. Okay, no, that's absolutely fine, sweetie. Okay. Charles, you say, I've had some interesting Kundalini experiences after using the herb at times that seemed a bit supernatural. Yeah, it can. It can open you up to a lot of places because it helps you find balance. And when you are balanced, things start happening, right? You start to see the truth in your world. So it's wonderful. Okay, so that is for pain relief. So we've got diet, we've got pain relief. What else do I want you to do? I want you to do 35 minutes of rejuvenation daily for the next 4 days. Okay, so what is rejuvenation? Okay, so rejuvenation is basically where you are putting your body into a REM sleep cycle, okay? For 35 minutes. So what I want you to do is I want you to lay on your bed, and I just want you not to move, not even a finger, okay? If you move, you have to start all over again, all right? Because it takes approximately 5 minutes of you literally laying so still and getting your body so relaxed, okay? So it takes 5 minutes. And then after that, you just have to lay there for 30 minutes. Totally recommend, if you want, put on a meditation, put on some, like, listen to music if you want to, but whatever it is, do not move your body for 30 minutes over the next 4 days every day. So if you want to wake up and kind of have like an afternoon, just kind of lay down. What this is doing, this rejuvenation process, it is conserving your energy during the day, and while your body is in this REM sleep cycle, it literally tells your body, because you're not using your energy to experience at that time, because your body's still, it converts your energy from going outwards to inwards, and then your cells start to accelerate the healing. Sorry. Water. All right. So again, rejuvenation, 35 minutes over the next 4 days. Okay. Angelique, you say, I like this RX plan, right? Though it's wonderful. Okay, so what else do we want to do? To do at least 35 minutes of inner work. Okay, yes. This is going to be twice per week? Yes. Okay. 2 times per week over the next 4 weeks. Okay, so Don't worry, Angelique, I totally got you. So the next thing I want you to do, though, Dennis, is I want you to do at least 35 minutes of inner work 2 times per week over the next 4 weeks, okay? This is going to be imperative, all right? That fogginess that we felt, that confusion, those mixed emotions that we had up here, and the heaviness and the weight that was on your heart that we felt that we needed to get out. The negativity that is within you, a lot of people think that it is just simply illusionary. It is not. The thoughts that you produce, the frequency of negative thoughts literally produces a black substance. This black substance is literally measurable by equipment. It has been measured. People call it the black goo, right? They call it black goo. And it is produced from your thoughts and comes out of your heart area and attaches, right? So you physically have this inside of you, right? You physically have it inside of you. So the inner work, which is literally coming to terms with past trauma, abuse, or all of the things that hurt your heart so much, is imperative that we come to grips with this so that we can stop producing this thick black goo that likes to stick onto your vessel. All right? So we want to get rid of that altogether. So 35 minutes of inner work twice per week over the next 4 weeks. And we're going to go into your reading as well to get over the inner work. Or sorry, to, of course, go into the inner work. At the moment, this is, I believe... Is there anything else I want Dennis to do? There is, however, he needs to be more aware and interested in it in order to do it. Okay, and that is his Horriance and his own healing abilities. Okay, so Dennis, there is another task I want you to do, okay? Is another task I want you to do. However, you may not be as open to it right now, but as your body is healed, your pineal gland is literally going to start to heal itself, decalcify, and activate. When this happens, you are going to have energy surges going up through the back of your head to your pineal gland. This energy has to be used. So I'm going to suggest that you start using your abilities and working these ethereal muscles. You are a Horriance, empathic, sentient healer and architect. Okay. So what do I mean by this? Okay. Oh, sorry, Angelique, you say, I would love to please do this. How do I go about this when you're able to get to me? Oh, Angelique, if you are asking or requesting a healing session, then yes, please just message me or post onto my page. I do have a list of individuals I need to get through, so you can just go on the list, and when we get to you, we get to you, and if you still need me anyway. So I hope that works. So Dennis, though, you are a Horriance, empathic, sentient healer and architect. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Well, as your pineal gland is healed and as it starts to kickstart and function, and when you get all this energy coming up, you may start to feel a lot of energy within your hands and feet. Okay, your hands may start to get really hot. All right, your feet may start to just feel tingles and surges coming through them, and you're just like, what the hell is happening? Right? This is literally the compaction of your energy or your Horriance ability. Okay? You may start to feel the flow of energy around you. So what I want you to do is to practice your Horriance and your sentience at the same time. I want you to visualize, all right? Because it's all about control of your mind and visualization. When your hands and feet are getting really hot, or you have this sensation, where are my hands going? Sorry, sometimes my sentience kicks in and I'm just like, and it shifts my hands in different ways, and I'm like, what is happening? I haven't even known what's going on yet. But anyway, so when it comes to this, though, when you have all of your energy in your hands, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to picture your hands, and I want whatever the first vision that comes to you is, I want you to trust it and go with it. No doubt you're going to start seeing light in your hands, okay? And at that point, I want you to literally practice compressing that light. You can make like a little energy ball if you want to, and you're going to start to feel a pressure in between your hands, okay? Now, and when you do feel that, I then want you to imagine this light being sucked into your hands, and I want you to think of the light traveling down your arms and back to your heart, okay, on both sides, right? So just do this practice of visualization, and you will start to feel the sensations of heat coming and going, okay? Coming and going, coming and going. And you'll start to feel like in your heart, like, oh, I feel the tingles, and then I push the energy out, and then I feel those tingles, and then they come back in and I feel those tingles. So it's a really, really kind of cool thing. That is your practicing of your Horriance. Now, your empathy as well. This is going to, especially if we have our heart is clear, it's going to kickstart too. You are going to start to feel a little bit of heaviness on your chest when you are around certain individuals or when you put your focus on certain individuals too. So for example, if you were to put your focus on me, you would feel hopefully just nice and happy and just like, oh, that's nice. However, if you were to focus on somebody who is sick, whether they be physically or mentally sick, you may start to get really heavy pressure on your chest, your shoulders, or certain pains in your area, whatever your trigger is. Okay, so when you start feeling this, what I want you to do is, if the feelings are overpowering you, I want you to leave the situation. Okay, if you are around an individual that is not making you happy, leave them be. All right, you need to protect your heart. You need to protect yourself in this moment. So that you are not being overpowered. You can also use that heat in your hand with your Horriance to hover it over the area that is hurting, all right? Hover it over that area, and that should clear away those intense feelings of just rubbish, right? Now, when you are sentient as well, now your sentience will be developed through meditation. While you are rejuvenating, I want you to just focus on your body. Okay, focus on your body and focus on all of the feelings that are around you in that moment. It is going to be very, very interesting what you feel. As you get a little bit more well, then we can start to go into more of the, how are we going to make our body move? Like, how are we feeling the flow of the energy too? So we're going to come back to that when you're a little bit, a little stronger in your energy and feeling a little bit more brighter. And lastly, you're an architect. This is very cool. When you are an architect and you are able to seriously control your Horriance and your empathy and your sentience, you basically have the ability to conjure things into existence. Because you can empathize with what the feeling feels like. You'll feel what the energy feels like around it. And you are literally, you will compact the energy within it. So you can literally materialize and build stuff. Totally cool. That does take a lot more practice, but at the moment I just want you to focus on kind of flexing your muscles. When your hands and feet get hot, push that energy in, take it nice and out. Push it in, take it out. And then you'll find that the pressure on your forehead and in your third eye will start to kind of go. So it'll start to feel a lot better as well, because, you know, we got this energy, we got to work it out. Right. That is optional though, but it is my recommendation. Okay, so that is the healing session part. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, this was like a whole hour and a half. Whole hour and a half there. So I hope that's all right. Now, we do have a couple of questions that we need to go through. So for all of you who have been with me for the healing demonstration, you know, like, I just want you can disconnect now because we're going to go into the reading section if you like. But let's see. Dennis, you say, my phone cut off, but to validate anybody's feelings, I was electrocuted and killed for 6 minutes. I have brain damage and nerve damage in my hands and feet. I was almost cut in half in a motorcycle accident. On my right shoulder killed me for 3 minutes, and I have a crushed disc in my lower back. Yep. The good news is, Dennis, we were feeling what you were feeling, right? We were feeling the pain that's going through there. I promise you, my sweetheart, and I literally promise you, if you can follow these aftercare instructions, you will find that the pain from these these past injuries will go. You will be healed. You will be well, but you got to follow the instructions. And after that, you got to make better decisions for your body. The more continually better decisions you make, the faster you will heal, okay? Faster you will heal. And at that point, I implore you to, even go, well, I don't want you to go to a doctor, to be honest with you, because I lie, but even if you wanted to just see if your body is healed and if the damage has been replaced, then please, in January, after you've had a couple of months of, really good recuperation and recovery, and everything's kind of functioning there, please go get yourself tested. I dare you. No, I don't dare you. Please. I'm just kind of like, hey, if you wanted to validate things with modern in medicine or whatever, but I don't like doctors, because all they'll do is they'll try to put drugs in you, and I'm like, no. Oh, sorry, Charles, you have a comment above. Let me see. Let's have a look here. Charles, you say, I was told to put a white shield of protective while using herb to prevent spiritual warfare or black magic, aka shade, being thrown my way. Yeah, you can. You can. However, Charles, I will say this, right? There are a lot of things that are very, very powerful in this level 1 matrix game of life. If you're not fully in control of your mind, then things will attach to you, whether you have placed a white light around you or not, because the powers that be, or not the powers that be, but the entities or the negativity out there, they see all of the holes and the flaws and everything. They can see through your defenses. So unless you are in total control of your mind to understand exactly what you're doing, you're pretty much just a duck sitting in water. So the best way, if you want to protect yourself, is to literally do inner work to clear away any negativity that may be being produced in your body, so that they have nothing to feed on in the first place. And when you are living in certainty in what you're doing, without confusion, when your body is, you're making the best decisions for your body and your body's health, you will literally find, though, that you don't have to do any of these protections or anything, because genuinely they can't come to you in the first place. Right? So I always think it is much better to take preventative actions than it is to find a cure, or to shield or guard or anything like that. It's like, nah, just literally take a couple of days, couple of weeks, and just make your body well. And then you don't have to worry about anything. So it's wonderful in that sense. Okay. What do we got here? Dennis, I believe you. It was to validate healers in training. Oh, thank you, Dennis. Thank you. And yes, all these healers in training, you did wonderfully when it came to you, feeling and coming through with me. So thank you ever so much for sticking with me on that one. Amanda, you say, do pineal gland works like a milk duct? Once full, you need to use it for it to continue to fill? Exactly. Exactly. Energy doesn't stop moving. It doesn't stop moving. So if you have energy that is being pooled in your pineal gland, you gotta expel it. You gotta use it, right? And if you don't, only not good things happen to you, such as headaches, such as aches and pains and crampings and everything, because again, the energy is pooling. That is one reason why, and that's with absolutely everything too. That is when you are wielding energy in the ethereal, when you are, wielding time and space. This is why, for example, I don't have like a lot of money. I have money coming to me. So for example, when I need money, I request it from the universe. It comes to me and I use it. I don't save it. I don't hoard it. I use it because it's a form of energy that comes in, and I got to push it out. Because if I push it out, more comes in, and in greater amounts, like you get more. You use what you use, and you gain in more, right? So all the time, please, if you have this pressure, start using your abilities and start training yourself. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome. Virgin, that's probably why I had a migraine. Yes, it is exactly why you had a migraine, and that is why I gave you 5 steps instructions to basically do over the next little bit until it goes. So really, really important. Right. So with this part, we are going to be answering a few questions that Dennis had as well, because we're going to be doing some Dennis, I need more money. Well, this is the process, right? This is the process. When it comes to financial wealth, we work so very hard for it. So what we do is we tend to keep it within us. We tend to want to save, saving for a rainy day. But how many of us have save, and we're still left with nothing because we have to use it, right? Unless we are part of the 1% who don't have to put too much effort into getting what they want. So when you are high in energy, all you have to do to gain financial wealth in terms of what you need in the moment is simply request it, right? This is the beauty of it, right? You live in love, and all you do is say, I need immediate financial wealth. And what you need will come to you. When it comes to you, you spend it. And you know that it is going to come right back to you again, right? That is literally what I do. Literally what I do. I take what I need, and I leave what I don't. Because I know, hey, if I need some more, all I have to do is request it. But I don't take more than I need, right? So it works in the tandem laws of nature at the same time. You know, animals, when they go hunting, they never, you know, a cougar doesn't kill 5 deer in one go, right? No, it kills one. It eats that deer, and then it moves on, right? It doesn't hoard things. You know, cattle and so forth, they eat whatever they need to in that time in grass. And then they don't like hoard it and put it in the corner for later. They eat what they want and they go, this is what I do with my energy, and this is what I want to train other people to do, so that you don't have to expend so much of your energy trying to get finances when it can literally flow through you if you simply understand what it is you're doing, right? And if you are following the process of being healthy. Okay, sorry. Let's definitely get on to this reading. Sorry about that. I still get calls every now and then, so if I turn off for a second, it's just because I have to decline that call for that moment. Alrighty. So let's have a look here. What we have, Dennis, I'm just going to go back to your original questions, and we're going to see what we have going here. Okay, so of course we've been through a lot in your life. So Dennis, you say, does it also work in trying to find your soulmate? Because so far I've not met anyone I have clicked with. Yeah, Dennis, this totally works the same way. However, it is what you are producing or what you are giving to the universe. At the moment, my sweetheart, your heart was full of so much negativity, so much confusion because of the things that you had been through. You know, 2 near-death experiences, or not near-death, well, you did, like 2 death experiences, and having to come back from that will leave a certain psychological pain or trauma. Whether we kind of go past it or not, it doesn't matter. The pain and the trauma of the situation is still there if we did not process it at the time. So again, that leaves heaviness on your heart. You know, the literally what has gone on within your family with your ex and so forth like that. If we didn't process all of those emotions to come to terms with it, again, it holds heavy with this black crap that is produced. It's disgusting, and it smells absolutely terrible too. It's produced there. So if the world reflects what is in your heart, and if what is in your heart is black goo and negativity that is stuck there, what you will get is a reflection of that. So if your heart is just full of that, then you are going to attract a person who is also full of that. So that's why I'm sure you haven't had a click or had a real like, yes, I love you, or anything like that, because it's like, it's still weighing heavy on you right there, right? So just think of that. That is literally one of the laws, the natural laws within this universe, right? Whatever, you are a reflection of yourself. Your world is a reflection of your innermost self. That's why I'm like, do the inner work. Let your inner self shine with all its beauty and its glory, so that your world is full of nothing but beauty and glory, right? Trust me, it works. Okay, so let's have a look here. So I'm just going to go back to your question here. So after your near-death experiences, You say that your body recuperated, but life just seemed to go into a destructive path that you cannot stop. Again, that heaviness on your heart, reflection, right? That is your world is reflecting the pain and suffering that you have went through. My oldest son. Oh, sorry, Dennis. Do you mind that I'm saying this? If you would prefer that I keep this private, then that's absolutely fine. Let me know, Dennis, if you don't mind. Or you know what I will do is I will, just to respect Dennis's privacy, unless he comes and lets me know that he's totally free for me to share absolutely everything he sent me. Is that a thumbs up on a yes, or is that a thumbs up on a no? I'm happy to keep it anonymous or keep it together. No. You know what? We'll keep this. We'll keep this here. So basically, Dennis, the trauma that you went with your son, your eldest son. Okay, I'm not going to say what that was. The trauma that you went through with him. Sorry, it's hard, because when I am still connected to you, Dennis, and for anybody who is still connected to me, okay, when I am focusing my attention on this, I'm feeling your pain, so it can jar me a little bit, because it is sad, and I can understand why you had so much on your heart. Okay, so we're gonna try to get to the bottom of these things. What happened with your eldest son? Okay. Yeah, Virgin, it's very sad. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad. You have not fully come to terms with this. Okay? You're going to see me shake my head back and forth, okay? You've not fully come to terms with this. The way it happened, there is a sense of lack of justice, a hatred that has built, that has come into place. You are grieving, but it is a different kind of grief. It is a grief of suppression. It is a grief of knowing, but not able to do anything. It is a grief that needs to be processed. How do we process this grief, Dennis? Well, I'm going to write for just a second, because I do definitely want to, this is going to go in your inner work that I'd like you to do. Right, Virgin, like just a loss, just a loss, as not knowing what to do. It's very, very sad. Okay. Hopeless. Yes, Virgin, that's a good word for it. As we are empaths, it is imperative that we are able to pinpoint and identify the feelings that we are feeling, so that we can move forward. Okay, so in a word. Okay. So when it comes to this, I want you to go back to the time, Dennis. Go back to the time of this incident, of when you first came into the knowledge of what had happened. Okay? During that time, as you are going back there, I want you to look at it with your eyes that you have now, with the feelings that you have now. And when I say that, what I mean is, I want you to assess the situation. Okay? Okay. The questions I want you to ask yourself, because this is going to be the process of clearing it out. Number one, was it your fault? The answer to that is no. 2. You don't mind? Thank you, Dennis. This will help people to understand the hopelessness of what they are feeling with this emotion. So, thank you, Dennis, for sharing, because I think it's going to give a lot of people more understanding. So this is what Dennis had written to me. 15 years ago I got electrocuted and it killed me for 6 minutes, damaging my brain and my body, but I recuperated into a life that seems to be on a destructive path that I cannot stop. My oldest son was brutally murdered with a shotgun over cigarettes. Right? Oh crap, Dennis. This makes it does make me want to tear up. It does. Because I've lost a son myself. And it does make me want to tear up. So my heart is so very much so with you. Okay. So that is the reason why there is a hopeless feeling. Because what do you do in this situation? So again, I want you to, when you are doing your inner work, when you are doing your 35 minutes twice per week, I know, I'm sorry, I'm like, you know, when your chest gets a little bit, All right. Hydrate, please. Hydrate, please, if you need to. Thank you, Dennis, and I understand yours. Right? This is the thing, when we are all connected with this universal energy, we feel each other's pain, and we never want to recreate this pain. So, number 1, I want you to ask, was it your fault? Get that answer, okay? And I want you to literally, when you are asking this question, I want you to look at the circumstances, I want you to look at the situation, and I want you to, I need you to release anything and everything. So, was it your fault? No. Could you have prevented it? Right? Could you have prevented it? 3. Now, if you could have prevented it, we need to be honest with ourselves and ask, and be realistic. You know, he was grown. You know, your eldest son, he was big, right? He made his own decisions. He was able to navigate the world by himself at this point. Now, when I say could you have prevented it, I do not mean in terms of, you know, oh, you could have kept him in a cage, you could have locked him in his room, and if only I had done that, right? That he was 25 years old. He was living his life. Thank you, Dennis. Right? He was living his life. You cannot hold a grown man and stop him from doing what he wants to do. So again, you have to ask yourself, could I have prevented it? Right? And you need to come to terms with it. It's like, nah. Okay. Next thing I want you to ask yourself is, how does this affect me in my life today? So what I mean by that is, you know, the knowledge of what had happened, right? The situation that has gone through, does it affect you? Does it have a direct influence on you today? That answer again is no. It is in the past. It does not, or it cannot affect you today. The only thing that affects you from it is the memory of it and the emotional turmoil that goes through, because that process, the event has happened, right? So we now need to go back and process that. So how does it affect you in your life today? This situation. Okay. Okay, so, and the next thing I want you to ask yourself is, will it be okay to seek solitude over this? Okay, now what do I mean by will it be okay for you to seek solitude over this? I want you to ask yourself if it is okay for you to literally close yourself off from the world because of this situation. All right? Is it okay to close yourself off to the world? And if the answer is yes, I want you to ask yourself why. Why do you feel this way? If the answer is no, then I want you to ask yourself, why have I done it then? Okay? Because this is the point of seeking clarity, right? If we are seeking solitude, and it's like, yes, it is okay, then we are becoming solid in our decision over this, so that these memories don't plague us, or the decisions that we're making to be in solitude feel good to us. If you believe that it was not okay to be in solitude, but you were in solitude anyway, right? We have to ask ourselves, why did we choose this decision? Why did we choose this path? What made us want to go down the path of solitude? Was it to hide ourselves, hide our pain away from the world? Was it to block other people out because their energy was just not helping you in the moment? You got to ask yourselves these questions. Okay. So that is what I want you to do. Or is there anything else I want you to ask based on this one? Right, yes. One more question. Number 5. And this question can seem a little bit colder. However, it is a question that still needs to be answered. Okay? And that question is, what is the life lesson that you needed to learn? Okay? What have you learned from this about your own character and decision making, right? That has went through in this time. Okay, so for example, I will give you an example on that. When my son passed away, right? When my son passed away, and you know, I know there's Susan, yes, there's people who have been watching this live who have felt this, who have had their children pass also. So we have to ask ourselves, what is it that I learned about myself or learned from this situation? Okay? So was it I learned that I need further coping mechanisms? I learned how to deal with grief. I learned how to stand up for myself. Whatever the lesson is, you must go inside yourself to seek that answer as to what is it that you have taken away from this experience, and how will you change your behavior moving forward. Okay. Now, some of these questions you're going to be able to apply to other questions too. So let's have a look here on the other one. Alrighty. My youngest son was just put in prison for 20 years for a crime he should have never been charged with. Okay, that's further trauma. Because not only have you gone through this trauma, but your children, your ex-wife, everybody has went through this trauma at the same time, and it's how we are all dealing with it, right? Let's have a look here. Susan, you say, so proud of you, Dennis. This is so hard for a man to show feelings. You are amazing, and it will feel good in your heart when you have done this. I had to, lovely. Oh, bless you. Thank you for sharing those words, Susan, because it's very, very true. As you get these emotions out, it feels so much better. Okay. So your son has been put into prison for a crime he has not committed. All right. I want you to ask the same questions. Was it your fault? Could you have prevented it? How does the situation affect your life today? Okay? These are the questions I want you to ask. Because again, these parts are out of these parts of your life are out of your control. So we cannot let them inhibit the progression that you are going to be doing from here on outwards. All right? We cannot live in these situations. These are moments that we learn from so we can move forward from them as well. We don't want to keep repeating these cycles. Now, here's one here. My ex-wife cheated on me with a Muslim man and left me. With that is going to be a definite hurt, okay? When it comes with that, for one, he was a man she cheated on with. Whether he was Muslim, and whether he was Christian, whether he was atheist, whether he was brown, black, blue, Caucasian, you know, any color that is around there, it doesn't matter. It's not the fact that of who she cheated with, it is the fact that she cheated and she left. That is where the pain is, right? So that is what we need to focus on. Because when we start putting a label on the individual that she left with, we start to develop a negative outlook on and associating everybody with that individual that you just don't like. And that breeds further negativity, and we don't want that. So with the situation with your wife, or with your ex-wife, I want you to be truthful with it, okay? I want you to be truthful with it. Now, let's have a little bit, let's have a look here. So, your ex-wife was an entity of fear, hate, and suffering. Oh, okay. She was meant to teach him the lesson of temperance and humility. However, she fed far too greatly. And then, as he was at his peak, she left whilst still keeping the connection open to feed from. Sugar plums. So this is what is the issue with your ex-wife. Now, normally I'd kind of go in there and just be like, yeah, go all the bits and pieces. Your ex-wife was an entity of fear, hate, and suffering. She was meant to teach you a lesson of temperance and humility. However, she fed far too greatly from the negativity that was going on within your life and going on within the situations. So at your peak of misery, shall I say, she left. And she kept the connection open to your heart so that all of this goop that is coming out of you was able to be still fed upon. So the lesson that you need to learn from your ex-wife is to understand that she was never supposed to be your one and only, right? She was there to teach you a lesson. Now learn your lesson and get rid of that connection. Well, you don't have, I've already cut it. I've already severed it anyway. But go back and see what you can learn from this in terms of the temperance, right? The hurt that she caused you, the pain that she caused you. How are you now going to respond to this? Are you going to respond by allowing her to take more of your energy by you producing this energy with the thought cycle? Or will you say, you know what? You weren't for me. Wish you all the best in your life, but at the end of the day, you were not for me in the first place. I've learned my lesson. I'm moving forward now, right? So I can find one who will truly treat me with respect, who will truly treat me with love, and who will not continually incite fear, hate, and suffering within my heart, okay? Because you are worth more than that, Dennis. You are not worth this person. Again, you are worth so much more. You are not worth this kind of hate and suffering, right? So it is literally about just going, hey, you know what? I learned my lesson. I'm moving on and I'm moving up. And I'm keeping you in the past where you're there. Well, Dennis, you say, yeah, I learned something all right. Yeah, right? But again, if you lost your cool and you then started to hate other individuals because of what she's done, if you started to hate her, if you started to hate people around you, hate other women just because of what she's done, that causes the suffering, and then there brings in the fear of, will I ever find somebody else? Right? She is literally there to incite this within you, and it's whether you're going to take the bait or not. Right? You either just put your focus elsewhere or you continue on with it. Now, let's have a look here. My children blame me for everything and will not talk to me, and now the state is trying to put me in prison for a crime I did not commit, and are given the two people that committed the crimes a free pass to lie about me in court, and as of right now, the only option I see is to leave the country. I am truly innocent of the crimes they are trying to say I committed. They have no evidence, but the court system is corrupt, and they have personal interest in this for some reason. I feel there is an outside force trying to tear me down, and I don't know why. I don't know how to stop it. All I've been able to do is keep pushing it down and trying to help people the best I can, which I think is beautiful that that is in your heart. So, Dennis, I have 5 more minutes. So what I'm going to do, sorry, I like to cross my legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some solid and sound advice on this one. Whether you choose to take it, that is up to you or not, but it is the words of truth that I have for you today. And I really do hope you take them up. But do what feels right in your heart, of course. What all that has happened to you, right, is, like I say, is a reflection of what has been attached to your heart. By the way, Dennis shared with me that the crimes that they are looking to charge him for are, let's have a look here. Let's go back up to that. Possession of stolen firearms, tampering with evidence, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. I can say this with all truth and honesty that, Dennis, you have not been involved in this. You know, however, I can say, though, that the negativity in your heart has attracted this to you. All right? So the crime that you are being accused of is definitely one that is false. Right? Especially for a country that says, guns, 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 everybody should have a gun. It is your right to own a firearm, and it's your right to do all of this kind of stuff. But then want to condemn you when you actually do what they are suggesting you're doing. Because the government is foul. The government is corrupt. The government is the worst, literally the worst form of slavery and abuse that is out there. If only you look past the surface, right? Behind the pamphlets, behind the lies. When you look beyond the lies, you see it for what it really is. And it is atrocious. So that is the truth of my heart. So anybody who is just kind of like, what? Yeah, Making a Murderer, that series, that docu-series on Netflix, same kind of thing. You know, these individuals who are charging him of this are literally, they are looking for conviction, not for justice. All right? That is what they are doing. That is all they are doing. They are looking for conviction. They are not looking for justice. So, Dennis, you have, with the negativity that has been sitting on your heart for so very, very long, has left you open to be susceptible to attracting it. Because, again, what is in your heart is a frequency that vibrates. It is a lower frequency that is vibrating. And it is vibrating on the same frequency that this is vibrating on. So that is why you are being attracted to it. And this is why it can leave us in such confusion, because we're just like, what is happening? Right? We're like, what's happening? Why is this all happening to me? And I tell you, it is because of what was here. Now, like I said, we have cleared this out, the majority of it, but we need to now get you to do your inner work to stop the thoughts being generated, to stop this frequency being generated, so that you can now repel those kinds of things rather than attract them. So, for example, what I want you to do is, and sorry, I'm going back up on this here. Let's go back. Here we go. So, for the next, and I'm going to say 7 to 8 days, I want you to literally do your 2 sessions of inner work, all right? And I want you to focus intently on how your body is feeling. and focus intently on the world around you after you have done this clearing out of these 2 sessions. And then what I want you to do is I want you to focus on nothing else but yourself for the next 4 weeks. Okay? For the next 4 weeks, focus on nothing but yourself, your health, and your happiness. We need to change your vibrational frequency on the inside so that it is going to reflect on the outside. Okay? Really, really, really important that we do this. So, if it feels good, I want you to do it. If you feel that you need to be in isolation, right? Because you're just like, I need to travel, I need to be away, and I need to be free. If that's what you feel that you need to do, that is bloody well what you need to do. If you get this call where you're like, I need to be in nature, go and be in nature. All right? Be as natural as you can. I want you to focus so hard on your health of your body. Okay? I want you to literally, when you look at food, if it has chemical in it, if it is not a whole foods plant-based diet, you know, if you look at your plate and there's meat on it, you got to get rid of it. It is a lower frequency. It is literally a lower frequency food, which keeps you in a lower frequency, which is attracting this crap that is coming to you, right? So I want you to think of everything, be aware of everything that you are doing, what you are putting into your body, where you are placing your body, right? Become aware and make better decisions. So with your food, dark leafy greens, I want you to focus on sugars are not something that I want you to eat too much of, okay? So if you like chocolate bars, candies, cakes, or anything like that, I want you to push those to the side. Fats, I want you to try to eat more healthy fats like avocados. A little bit of olive oil is okay. You know, those kinds of things. Healthy fats is what I want you to focus on. Don't eat any eggs, okay? Eggs have far too much cholesterol, far too much casein animal protein in it, and it's going to start to clog up your arteries because we're going to get that cleared out and those flushed. But again, any energy that your body has that you are diverting to fix your body is energy that is wasted. So we might as well keep your body healthy now so that our energy that we are using is going towards happiness, is going towards creating the world around you that is on a higher vibrational frequency and not this lower vibrational frequency world that we're in right now. Okay? Sorry, I see a thing. Dennis, you say thank you. Peace and love to you and everyone that helped. Keep shining bright. Oh, Dennis, you are so beautiful in your heart. So beautiful in your heart. But we still have work to do. We still have work to do. So let's not let this healing go in vain, right? Let's really focus on this. So again, with the foods you're putting into your body, healthy fats, dark leafy greens, I want you to uptake your grains. So such things as cereals, like, like multigrain cereals and granolas and so forth. I want you to do that. I want you to switch your milk from cow's milk, and I want you to divert that over to almond milk or coconut milk or something, a different kind of milk substitute. Again, we are trying to get as much casein proteins or animal byproducts out of your system whilst you are in healing. So we are, again, diverting your energy from processing and healing to, processing negativity in your body to literally transforming your life. So let's have a look. Yoga, take it seriously. Take it seriously. Your back needs it. Your legs need it. Your stomach, your heart needs it. Your limbs need this. Okay? 10 minutes a day. It's not very much. It is very, very doable, and the benefits far outweigh the physical effort that the 10 minutes had taken. So work this like a job. Okay? Right? Make sure you put it, if you find it that you're just like, oh, I forgot to do yoga today, put an alarm on your phone to just remind you to do yoga. Okay? Right? Rest when you need to rest. If you find that this fogginess in your mind comes back, and it literally feels like just like a fog that's fluttered through on your forehead. When you feel this, I want you to rejuvenate. I want you to take a seat, rest, and just don't think about anything. We want to get this fog out of the way, right? Because if we literally make decisions when we have this fog over our mind, it means we are making decisions within confusion, and we don't want that. Dennis, you say, lol, I'm in better shape physically than most 30-year-old men. I hike mountains 20 to 30 miles a day with my dog. Wonderful. Still, I want you to do yoga. I do yoga every morning to get stretched out so I can keep up with my dogs. Excellent. That is absolutely amazing. Please keep that up. But remember, focus on those forward folds. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. Because again, your body wasn't too terrible, but you are going to be having a very high influx of energy come your way, right? And it takes out even the strongest of the strong, right? So please continue on with this routine, continue on with the healthy eating, right? Because what we put into our bodies, again, will still affect our mind. And we don't want your mind affected. We want your mind clear and just open and free. Okay. Now, if we follow this, and again, I know when we're men, we are very focused on the physical, but the thoughts, that energy is in the ethereal. So you now need to connect the ethereal with the physical as much as you possibly can. When your abilities start activating, like I mentioned, and I'm going to send you this too, I need you to start just practicing as much as you can. It will literally be incredibly beneficial for you. Incredibly beneficial, and allow your energy to process and flow that much more. Okay. As it comes to the false accusation that has been made against you, like I said, I'm going to be throwing my energy behind that because it's absolute freaking bullshit. Sorry, I know I'm getting all heated and everything like that, but literally what this system, which is like a massive entity, is doing is causing you pain and suffering, okay? And it is nonsensical. So I will throw my energy into that to divert this nonsensical negativity, right? However, my energy as I'm using to divert will only be used to its full capacity if you are focusing on yourself, if you are doing this inner work, and if you are clearing out this negativity, right? Because I can put my energy behind there, but if you still have this pain in your heart that we've not processed, you're basically going to start countering my energy. All right? It's like trying to get over a cold while shoving other people's gross tissues in your mouth. Like you're trying to get the illness out, not put it back in. Right? So that's what we're doing there. Okay. So now, I know we had a few other kind of bits and pieces here, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be messaging you a little bit more information, okay? Just because I do have to get on with some other readings that I had promised for 11 o'clock. So, if you need to, during your inner work, all right? I know, right? It is gross. You don't want to be shoving other people's gross tissues in your mouth. But keeping the negativity in your heart is the equivalent of shoving gross tissues in your mouth. So let's avoid all of this grossness. So basically, whilst you are doing your inner work, all right, and if you do feel like you need assistance, then please reach out to me on this one if you feel comfortable to do so. Or by all means, I know you are a part of the Frequency 51 psychic guidance life coaching, psychic readings, life coaching and guidance group. So if you feel that you just need some assistance, and if you're just like anybody's willing to help, then by all means, that is a great group to go to. Otherwise, then feel free to message me and we can go through a few bits and pieces as well. So Dennis, this is what I have for you today. I do hope that you gained what it is that you needed to start you off on this path and on this journey. Just remember, it is going to take a little bit of time, but what I want is for by January, for your healing to be fully complete. Your physical healing, of course, with the repair of your leg there and your side, that's going to be fine in literally like a week and a bit anyway. But it is the healing of your heart and your mind that we want to get all nice and cleared out by the new year. Because if we do this, I promise you, 2019 is going to see a major change for Dennis, if you can manage to get through this period now and get this pain and suffering out of you and process it. Right. So I would like to thank you again for today. I am going to be back a little bit later. We're going to be doing another reading for 1 p.m. This is going to be more of the psychological reading, males' issues. I was going to do this yesterday, but we ran out of time. So 1 p.m. I will be back here. I may do a couple of mini kind of lives in between, but mind you, you can just always pop on and see if I'm here as well. Thank you all of my my healers in training who connected with me to feel the energy and to understand what we're going through and taking notes, and hopefully you can put this into practice and start healing other people around you too. Even if you can't do a full healing like I did, that's okay. Every little bit counts, every little bit helps, and every little bit leads us to further progression. Let's heal each other. Let's heal ourselves, let's heal each other, and let's just be great. Thank you so much for your time today, Dennis, and you know, it's been wonderful. So, take care, my sweethearts. Bye for now.